Hey everyone, welcome back to Nerd Society. Today we're diving into a fascinating topic, 10 forgotten members of DC's Suicide Squad. These are characters who joined the team, but slipped under the radar for most fans. If you're excited about this kind of content, don't forget to hit the like button, leave a comment telling us your favorite obscure Suicide Squad member, and subscribe to the channel so you never miss a new video. Let's jump into it. Catalyst, also known as Guy Kanelos, had the power to manipulate chemical compounds and toxins, making him a dangerous force in combat. He could create toxic gases and other lethal substances, which made him ideal for destructive and sabotage-based missions. In the Suicide Squad, Catalyst was a functional but underwhelming member, typically used for specific tasks involving his powers. His pragmatic personality and lack of charisma made him easily forgettable among the more flamboyant team members. Still, his contributions to missions showcase the diverse abilities present in the squad, even among its lesser-known characters. Bronze Tiger. Ben Turner, also known as Bronze Tiger, is a master martial artist and one of the most skilled fighters in the DC universe. Unlike many members of the Suicide Squad, he had a strong moral code and often found himself at odds with the unethical practices of the group. In the squad, Bronze Tiger often acted as a field leader thanks to his combat expertise and experience. Despite being forced to participate, he frequently served as the team's moral compass, trying to balance the deadly missions with his personal integrity. His presence brought a necessary contrast to the more villainous behavior of other members. Min Bogler. Leah Wasserman, known as Min Bogler, possessed the ability to create mental illusions and manipulate perceptions, making her a formidable opponent in psychological combat. Despite her useful abilities, her reserved attitude and distrust made her a solitary figure within the team. In the Suicide Squad, Min Bogler was recruited for missions requiring psychological tactics, but her tenure was brief. She was killed during one of the team's early missions, highlighting how lethal working with the squad could be. Her early death reinforced the theme that no one was safe, regardless of their skills. Thinker, Cliff Carmichael. One of the incarnations of the Thinker was a brilliant strategist and scientist who used advanced technology to enhance his cognitive abilities. His inventions and intelligence made him a valuable asset, but his arrogant and calculating personality often created friction with his teammates. In the Suicide Squad, Thinker was primarily used for strategic planning and technical operations. However, his reluctance to work as part of a team and his treacherous nature made him difficult to trust. He often acted as an independent agent within the group, leading to internal conflicts and further complicating the already dangerous missions. Javelin, whose real name remains unknown, was a former German Olympic athlete who used customized javelins as weapons. His athletic background made him agile and precise, but he was never a particularly complex or deep character. His personality was that of a mercenary willing to do whatever it took to survive. In the Suicide Squad, Javelin was a disposable member, often used as cannon fodder in dangerous missions. He rarely developed connections with other members, and is often remembered more for his flamboyant appearance than his effectiveness. His death, often irrelevant to the narrative, highlighted the disposable nature of many Suicide Squad members. Yoyo, also known as Adam Creighton, possessed elastic abilities that allowed him to stretch his body similarly to Plastic Man. However, unlike other comedic characters with similar powers, Yoyo was darker and primarily loyal to himself. He was motivated by a strong desire for self-preservation above all else. In the Suicide Squad, Yoyo was utilized for missions requiring unique physical capabilities, but his distrustful and selfish nature caused friction with other members. He ultimately met a tragic fate, being devoured alive by King Shark during one of their missions. His death symbolized the unpredictability and high mortality rate of the squad. Slipnot, whose real name is Christopher Weiss, is a specialist in creating and using indestructible ropes as weapons. Despite his unique skills, he is best remembered for his premature death during a mission, serving as a warning to other members about the dangers of disobedience within the squad. In the group, Slipnot was an arrogant figure who underestimated Amanda Waller's control over the team members. His attempt to escape resulted in his explosive demise, demonstrating the brutal and lethal nature of the Suicide Squad. Although his time to shine was brief, his presence set the tone for the stories and reinforced the constant tension among the characters. Twister. Marcia King, known as Twister, is an obscure character with mental manipulation abilities. She could control the minds of her enemies and create convincing illusions, making her a dangerous and strategic asset. However, her story is marked by personal tragedies that shaped her distrustful and distant demeanor. In the Suicide Squad, Twister was a useful asset for missions requiring stealth and psychological manipulation. However, her time with the team was short-lived as she met a tragic end during one of their missions. Her sacrifice rendered her a forgotten character, but her brief tenure reflects the human cost of participating in such a ruthless team. Big Sur, whose real name is Doofus P. Ratchet, is a tragic figure in the DC universe. He possesses superhuman strength due to experiments conducted on his body, but his limited intelligence often places him in exploitative situations. Despite this, he has a kind heart and a naive loyalty, which sets him apart from more traditional villains. In the Suicide Squad, Big Sur was recruited for his impressive physical strength, but his innocence made him vulnerable to the psychological and moral dangers of the missions. He frequently served as the team's muscle, but his innocent personality highlighted the cruel nature of the program. His time with the squad was brief, but it left an emotional impact, showcasing how even villains can be victims of circumstance. Shade, the Changing Man. Shade is a character deeply rooted in surrealism, originating from an alternate dimension called Meta. He uses a technology called the M-Vest, which grants him the power to manipulate reality, creating illusions and bending people's perceptions. His mind is often in conflict with his mission, making him both an asset and a liability. Shade brought a psychedelic and unpredictable element to the stories he appeared in, often grappling with philosophical and psychological questions. In the Suicide Squad, Shade was primarily used for missions that required unconventional tactics. Despite his unique abilities, his unstable nature made him difficult to trust. He was seen as an outsider even among a group of misfits, and his contributions often got lost in the complexity of his personality. This lack of connection with other members and the darker tone of the Suicide Squad stories ultimately limited his participation. Thanks for sticking around until the end of the video. We hope you enjoyed this deep dive into some of the lesser-known members of DC's Suicide Squad. These unique and forgotten characters truly highlight the unpredictable nature of the team, and we'd love to hear your thoughts. If you enjoyed the content, please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow. Don't forget to share your favorite underrated Suicide Squad member in the comments below. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out on our latest superhero deep dives and discussions. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.